What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, it's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win, keep you informed, or keep you entertained. So with that being said, you know how we get down over here on this channel. We talk about all the new bank fraud methods, the new scam methods, the new methods, period, of what's going on in today's world with this dark world, the dark web, scams, fraud, you name it. And it's a lot of people looking to get a lot of make a lot of money fast, lump sums of it. And a lot of people want to do a lot of different things. They see people flashing hundreds of thousands of dollars just like this on social media every day, all day, and they tired of being broke because it ain't no joke. They tired of people working way easier than them while they making coins, working way harder. So people, it's all about a brainwash. It's a brainwash world. It's a brainwash game that we in. Social media brainwashes a lot of people into believing and perceiving a lot of different things that they shouldn't. So ever since COVID-19, a lot of people have been into the scam, the fraud, and the credit world because a lot of people seen how people utilize businesses to get millions of dollars fraudulently. Now, once they seen that, they seen, okay, now I want to start a business. Now I want to get a loan. Where the loans at? Where this and where that at? And people really don't be knowing what's really going on. Hold on, y'all. What's really going on in today's world? When it comes to credit, when it comes to loans, credit cards, lines of credit, scams, fraud, and so on and so on. So at the end of the day, the goal is to make some money, and the world is ran off technology. Everything that we do, everything that we use is utilizing is ran off technology, like our cell phones, our phones, our laptops, our computers. Everything that we utilize in today's world is technology based. And man, I gotta stop leaving these windows open. These little flint knives be getting in here, and they be just. So technology runs the world. Technology rules the world, and due to technology, we're able to do certain things: create checks, create debit cards, send and receive money through different platforms, Cash App, Chime, Venmo, Zelle, bank accounts, due to technology. And a lot of people are starting to utilize technology and the loopholes in technology to make a lot of money in the dark world, as far as check fraud, credit card fraud, you name it. And there's different worlds in the dark world. You got the tech fraud world, you got the real time world fraud, you got the um business fraud. You got so many different categories of fraud and scams. So as the world evolves, scams and methods evolve. But then I know it's probably a lot of people that's gonna be watching this video like, bro, get to the point, blah, blah, blah. Listen, this is grown man, grown woman information right here. It doesn't just you just don't start saying, well, first you do this and first you do that, then you do this. First of all, you gotta grow your mind up. You gotta mature your brain because at the end of the day, y'all be wanting to do stuff and try stuff that's gonna get y'all in a situation that y'all don't want to be in. So when I'm telling y'all this information, understand that this is real life information that's going on in today's world. There are numerous of people on a daily basis trying to commit some type of scam or some type of fraud. And at the end of the day, numerous of people goes to jail for these type of schemes and type of methods that they're utilizing. And at the end of the day, there are people who do get in this world and make a lot of money fraudulently and doing scams and everything. So my goal is to let you guys know what's going on because To be more safe is to be more cautious, to be more aware. And technology is taking over the world. You got scammers sending out text messages, phone calls, emails, creating smishing, phishing, malwares, ransomwares. You got so much going on, but y'all want to just want somebody to get straight to the method. All right, so when one of these hackers out here compromise or shows you something that you probably wouldn't want somebody else to have, then you're gonna really want to pay attention. So don't be that person saying, just tell us the method. Just no, because it's not about a method. It's about having the knowledge, because knowledge is power. And without the knowledge of what's really going on in today's world, it's easy for you to become a victim. So I'm trying to get people to to prevent themselves from becoming victims of what's going on in this real world, because money is the root of all evil. And if the opportunity presents itself and it looks really good or too good, the average American will take it. So don't be a young buck out here not knowing too much money. Because I tell you all the time, I'm not in the real time world. I'm not never did check fraud, credit card fraud, none of that. That's crackhead scams. We're not doing that. I told y'all from the beginning of time, I am a tech guy. I'm in the cybersecurity world. I'm an ethical hacker. I'm good with information. I'm good with getting into stuff. I'm good with bypassing security, doing different things that helps create different systems and applications and game. Like I'm good with that type of stuff. So understand, don't never judge a book by its cover, and be appreciative of the information somebody's giving out to y'all, because you wouldn't get it nowhere else. So the evolution of frauds and scam has definitely risen because of the new generations and the new things that they put out to us in the communities. And people don't understand that the term working smarter versus working harder is true, because people out there do a lot of different things to get stolen checks, cash bad checks. And at the end of the day, they're not smart with it. I mean, at least if you're gonna be a fraudster or a scammer, think about your plan. Think about the steps that you're doing, because they don't do that. And what I mean is that, okay, there's people out here that utilize their brain, scammers and fraudsters. And like I said, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything, but I can't control anybody and what they do in the real world. So people, it's a lot of different scammers out there, a lot of different fraudsters out there that's in the check world, right? And they utilize technology. Some people don't utilize technology. Some people do utilize technology when they're doing whatever that they're doing. How do they utilize technology? Okay, technology will allow a scammer or fraudster to be able to get check templates to create a check, be able to get account route numbers for the checks due to the dark web and different databases and server leaks and things like that. Technology allows scammers and fraudsters to be able to do a lot, everything. Technology just ran across everything, right? Technology allows us to be able to cash checks just by taking a picture of the check. So, with this being said, knowledge is power. I'm gonna get these little flies. And knowing that when it all boils down to it, most businesses and most banks get their checks created and done by third party companies. And once you do your research, these same third party companies create business checks and personal checks for people. So at the end of the day, they're not going to be like, hey, these checks are only for banks. No, they're going to say, these are all the checks that we're offering. What checks do you want? And if somebody happens to get a batch of checks that's the same color or the same ink and material as a Chase Bank, a Wells Fargo, a Bank of America, or whatever business, that's how it is. But you gotta understand, the average American is not going to know what type of checks Walmart got, Target got, this company, that company. So they're not worried about that, because most people are not doing that information, getting that type of doing that research and getting that type of information, because that's not what's important to them. So the evolution of check fraud has went from people robbing elderly people, or robbing people that they know, or stealing checks from people that they know, and writing $200, $300 and $40, $100 and trying to cash them. Then it has gone from people getting a hold of business account numbers and elderly people's account route numbers and different things to create these fraudulent checks. Now, it also has gotten to the point where people on the dark web are basically creating checks for people from basically real businesses. So it's places on the dark web that people go to and say, hey, I want a Walmart check. And just like anybody else will get paid from Walmart, it'll be the payroll. And they do their research. I'm talking about these people on the dark web. Will you tell them where city and state you in, they're gonna go do their research, they're gonna Google, they're gonna look at find the Walmart, they're gonna see what type of checks they get, and they're gonna get that check. So basically when you go cash this check, it's gonna be like you really on payroll. They're gonna be within the check number and all that because a lot of times the problem when people cash these bad checks is them not knowing what banks look at when they verify checks. Banks look at the check number and they look at that amount. They call and verify these businesses and say, "Hey, did you issue a check for blah 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 check number blah blah blah?" If they did, they're gonna say yes. If they didn't, they're gonna say no. That's how most banks verify checks. And once people got the knowledge on that, they stop washing checks as much as they used to because people used to wash checks, add a zero, subtract the zero, but they still gonna verify a check no matter what it is, especially if you black. And if you look suspicious like you ain't supposed to be cashing a check, they gonna verify even more. So y'all gotta start understanding that because check fraud has become very popular in today's world. So many people are doing it and they doing it at higher amounts from 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, millions of dollars. We've seen somebody do a check fraud for $1 million, which is the craziest thing ever, but it's happening. So with this happening, people gotta understand that the main goal is to get some revenue. And if they can figure out any way and every way to make a check look so believable, they're going to do it. So they figure out different methods, finding out what bank, what company order they checks because this is simple Google information. You can literally Google this and ask Google where does Walmart get their checks? Who prints out Walmart's checks? Target checks. This company, that company. It'll tell you some type of third party company. You go to their website, and that website probably say we offer personal checks and we offer business checks and you can order your own checks and they say bingo. They go find these different templates and it's all out there and on the net. Then they get these printers and what to get the right ink for the real ink, the right ink that these checks use for certain things. So they use different ink for different numbers and things. And this ink is all publicly able to buy. So they check fraud is not, how do I put this? Check fraud has gotten to the point where kids are doing it because of the new technology and the new ways that they're allowing people to cash it. If a kid can go on the dark web, because you got to think about it, the dark web is in front of us all day, every day. It's just a simple 3 clicks. I have a NordVPN, a Tor browser, which you can buy, you can download off the Apple app, and having a link. Once you got a link and you go through Tor browser, you're on the dark web. It's as easy as that. So if you got these links or you know a link and you got your Tor browser and your NordVPN, you're technically on the dark web. And people think it's just this place. Oh, gotcha. Did I? Nope. Oh, gotcha. Did I? Nope. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. They so small, bro. They so small and irritating, bro. But place of the dark web that it's just hard to get to. No, it's the dark web is basically a link. And once you go on this link, it's a hidden encrypted link, and that's all it is a encrypted site. And people be thinking it's just this hard place that this place is just forbidden. Like no, it's just you having Tor browser, a VPN, and having a link and searching that link on the Tor browser. So, and people do enough research on the ClearNet, they might be able to actually find links. But sometimes the most links on the ClearNet are fake. Most websites on the dark web are fake. Most people do business through forums and actually knowing somebody. And most real sites on the dark web, you have to have a membership, or you have to log in, all that different type of stuff. Because there are cybersecurity police. There are police on the dark web that make sites and catch people who try to order things. There's a lot going on there. So it's not as freely as you think, but it's easy to get on the dark web. And by it being so easy to get on the dark web, you gotta think it's a lot of kids out here playing video games. And when you play video games, you gotta have certain skins and different things. So you gotta have different points and coins and all that. And most kids don't have the parents or the money to get these coins. So what do? Figure out how to get it. And then you got these adults playing the games with these kids on the game due to technology, which allows them to be able to listen. Y'all gotta think if you can send and receive money through these apps, you gotta think what else are you able to do? If you're able to cash a check but just taking a picture, what else are you able to do? There's nothing special. Everything that's being done in today's world, anybody can do from making checks, templates on debit cards. All this is out there in the public world because people have businesses. And it's only illegal when people use it for illegal purposes. So the evolution of check fraud, all these methods are getting easier and easier and easier for people to do because there's so much evolution going on. You back in the day, didn't nobody know what a PNG was. Now you can easily screenshot a picture, hold down the screen, and it will literally create a PNG for you or outline of a picture, and you can save it. Now you got your own PNG. So people are out there getting templates on a dark web of different companies, different banks, even making their own template with the real check paper put on these printers and with information that's been stolen or brought off the dark web. It's getting real out here. It's easy for a kid to do it now because it's being presented to them throughout these games and these different platforms. And parents are not paying attention to what's going on while these kids is playing these games or or people in general are not paying attention to what's going on out here. So check fraud is definitely on the is definitely become more popular because of this new method of people finding templates of different banks and different businesses and acting like they own payroll because it's more common for somebody. Yeah, think about it. All the employees that work at a Walmart, a Target, Kroger's, HEB throughout the U.S. It's a lot. So it's more common for people to see those checks and things like that. So check fraud is definitely on the rise. People are making millions and millions of dollars with this method because of they don't know they no longer are having a hard time finding the check paper. They're no longer having a hard time finding the ink. They're no longer having a hard time finding somewhere to print on these checks. They're no longer having a hard time to do they don't have to go in a bank anymore to cash a check. That's the most craziest thing ever. That you don't have to go in a bank to cash a check. You don't have to go in a bank to open up a bank account. There are places that they don't even check the check system to open up a bank account. So people are opening up bank accounts with CPNs and depositing these checks into those accounts. So it's getting real out here. People are finding loopholes and people are actually making a lot of money doing these methods. And there are people who are going to jail and getting a lot of time doing these methods. So it's all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world that we all are living in. Because at the end of the day, I can't tell anybody what to do. I can't tell nobody, you better not do this, you better not do that. It's all up to you guys to figure out what's good and what's bad in this today's world. If you are green or you too thirsty or you just can't help yourself and you want to go do something that's not right, that's on you. If you're somebody that was thinking about doing something wrong and then you heard watching my videos and you changed your mind, that's on you. I don't have anybody on a string. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. But everybody lives their own life, and these are real things that's going on in the real world that we all living in. All right, so it's all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on in this real crazy world that we all are living in. All right, every day there's some type of fraud or scam being committed, and little do we know we all can be a victim of this. So, with that being said, make sure you guys are getting your Norton Lifeline to make sure you monitor all your financial and social media accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on, and a reminder to the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is on there floating around for anybody to buy. Also, make sure you guys freeze your TransUnion, your three credit profiles to make sure nobody can get anything in your name. No loans, credit cards, lines of credit, no apartments, no cars, no nothing. Not even you, unless you're a freezer. So make sure you freeze all three of your credit profiles. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience. Stay more safe, all right? Also, make sure you guys are getting new credit card and debit card numbers every 4 quarters, right? We use our same debit cards and keep the same debit cards for years, and we tap, insert, swipe, buy things online, travel with these same cards. And every time we do, that information is being stored on some type of database. So every 4 quarters, just 4 quarters in a year, 12 months, 3, 6, 9, 12. Get a new debit card or credit card. So wherever that old information is stored, it won't even be valid no more. You have a fresh start every time you get a new card. You're getting 4 cards every year. So that's the way to stay safe. and prevent from becoming any type of victim of credit card or debit card fraud. All right. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all stay more safe, stay more cautious, and be more aware. Pay more attention to what's going on out here, because at the end of the tunnel, all these methods, there's a victim. It might be a bank, or it might be a person, or it might be you, it might be me. So be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going. Y'all motivate me to keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gyms are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book y'all see on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 250. Ask me and get help with anything that y'all want to get help with in the classroom setting. 10 seats available. Make sure y'all book y'all see on the crypto tour. In-person limited gyms, 3,500. Make sure y'all booking y'all see on the month-long mentorship, 750. 10 seats available. Limit time only. Regular price is $1,000, and you will receive a free 1K load, so don't miss out on that. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Networking World. And on Telegram and Discord. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on all my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, TikToks, Snapchat, and Discord. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all getting in or y'all fit in with these lows, all right? 120 and up, Cash App, Bitcoin payment. Once it's on your balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there, all right? No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.